Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another PGR reaction. Like I've been saying for the past couple videos, I was going to get to more of the more recent songs because I've been listening to a lot of the stuff from way back when, and I'm going to just jump right into Abyssal Circuit. This is one of the most recent, if not the most recent songs that I've seen around. It's like 11 days old as of recording, so hey, that's brand spanking new. So without further ado, let's go! Got a mysterious industrialist kind of vibe going on. Ooh. Spookier, okay. I wonder if the clown motif that was just there is gonna play into the music like a dark carnival sort of thing. It kind of sounds like that already. I just wonder if they're gonna lean more into it or not. It's weird how Halloween themed this is for spring. I'm not mad, but just in the logo alone. Ooh. Okay, where are we going with it? I don't know if this is a bridge or if we're gonna get like more evolution or if it's gonna go back to what we just had. Ooh. Nice slides. Oh. I loves me some like 80s synthwave style synth, and the slides are so tasty. There's a chunkiness to this like rhythmic synth in here. It's got kind of a bite on it. It's got this nice back end texture. Really liking that. A little crunchy. Envelope. Complete mood change. Opening it up fully. Okay. Throw in some cinematic flair. Can't wait to hear how this doesn't drop because they know it's gonna. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, it's kind of an anti-drop. It's definitely a drop, but just settling it down a little bit, adding this violin in there. Oh, there's more of a traditional drop. Little hard style break style in there. Okay, that's filthy. Ooh, we got counter harmonies in here. Very nice choice there. Added a lot of dissonance right at that final peak. Really, really nice. Ending it kind of beautiful. Almost like a music box kind of thing going on here. Like a lullaby. A little bit of a tragedy in there. That's a beautiful way to end that. After all of that aggression, you just kind of let it fizzle out and just kind of let it die. It's a little sad, actually. It's kind of making me feel for the character. Maybe there's something to that. Okay, so CoyDe threw me off on this one because I'm like, I'm fully into this song, I'm listening to it, I'm getting into the energy of it. There's a bunch of different things happening, of course, like they're shifting the emotion and the direction of the piece as time goes. You get that hard style thing going on in there. That sounded kind of weird, and it's like, okay, maybe there's something happening at this point. And I'm just kind of trying to find a through line for all of this. It feels like you're being told a story in this one, much like many of the character themes I have heard before. I'm not sure if that's exactly the case here, but with the character on screen, I'm assuming it's their character story, but it was taking me through multiple different like narrative beats of this story, and it really threw me off at the ending there. I really don't know what fully to make of that. In a way, it kind of reminded me how some of the themes from Limbus Company are structured in like a 3-beat storyline for 3 different phases of a boss or something like that, where it starts a little bit more soft and it's kind of readying you, it's priming you for what you're about to do and what you're about to see. And it's like, okay, well, here's like the start of it. Not too much is going wrong here. It's kind of just there, you know, like it's round 1. It's not really too much to worry about yet. But then when this one hits that more aggressive tone, it brings in that hard style stuff and all of the electronic sound just starts going haywire. It's like, okay, in this context, in this character song, which I'm assuming is the character song, maybe that's a moment where the character kind of snaps, or kind of like a second boss phase where like they need to evolve their strategy in order to fight you or fight whoever they're fighting. I'm not sure if this is a playable character or how that works, but it definitely feels like a second phase in some way, shape, or form, a second evolution even, where this character is starting to understand things and realize that this is much more of a situation that is dire and needs to be handled. So they start kind of stressing out a little bit, and that's reflected very much in all the electronic stuff, that energy. There's a lot of punch to it. They just don't want you to relent. It's constant. But then there's the end, like through that entire second phase, I'm going to call it, with all that electronic stuff that leads right up to that very final spot that sounded almost like a music box to me. It was kind of keeping up that energy. There was like one spot where the energy dipped a little bit, but that could just be like the beginning of the end in a way, like the final moment before they know they've lost. And then it hits that last part, and that part really feels like you've defeated them, and it's almost like a flashback of the things that they love, like the things that they were trying to aim for and strive for have now been lost. Like there's sorrow in that theme at the very end there, and it's really hitting me hard because the rest of the song was so energetic and you were just kind of vibing with it, and you're like, okay, maybe this character isn't like a good character, maybe they are a bad character, maybe that's just their personality, maybe they're a good person with a bad personality. But then when it gets to that last one, it adds a depth to the character that makes me go, oh, there's a reason they're like this. There's a reason that this emotional foothold has opened up, and it allows you to place yourself there. Just adding that little contemplative moment there at the end makes you kind of reconsider what everything prior to this had been saying. It makes you go, wait a minute, maybe there's more to this character than we thought initially. Maybe there's something truly deep down in there that is fucking with this character, and there's really no other way to say that, I guess. It's just kind of an interesting take. I find it very difficult sometimes to break down these songs because I don't know what these characters' motivations are, if they're good characters, if they're bad characters half the time. There's some games where like they'll be bosses, but they're not actually bosses, and they're actually good people, and you're just fighting them, which makes no sense to me, I guess, but in the context of the game, it does. And for songs like this, I want to believe that this character is a good character, and they're just maybe a little bit hard-headed, maybe a little bit high-strung, and are constantly just going at it, trying to do what they can to get things done, and it is like their goal to continue that, but it's through a lot of stress. Like whatever they've been through in life has been hell, and that kind of is what that last little bit is reflecting. You get all of that energy that's kind of more personified in anger and aggression up to this point. There's that stuff at the beginning that was a little bit softer. Like I said, that's kind of just weaning you into it. It's just kind of like a gradient into the energy that we actually get halfway through. But you could still see that as like them trying to be maybe a little bit careful. There's a caution in there where it's like, okay, I don't want to blow the whole load all at once. I want to make sure that I save certain things for when I need them. And then that middle section is where all of that's being utilized. And then the ending is just them kind of going, well, I gave it my best shot. And sure, that's like the most base narrative thing you can do, is give somebody a 3-act structure, a beginning, a middle, and an end. But it's just kind of unique to hear it so specifically in this way to me in this game. This is not something that gets done too often in PGR. It has happened before, and especially the stuff I've listened to more recently that's the older music has been a little bit more simple in that way, and they're just kind of going for an overall theme, not so much like a narrative-driven sort of concept. So it's kind of re-inviting that process into my brain when I think about these games, and it's making me think a little bit harder and appreciate how that works a little bit more in the modern state of the game and how they've evolved themselves into understanding what fully they want to do with the story and allowing these characters to have those moments to shine, even if it's just through music like this. And as we all know, for those who have been watching me forever, that's one of my favorite things about all of character themes and all of music in games, is that freedom and that ability to focus and just hone in on the personality that they're trying to convey in that. And that's just, it's so beautiful in ways like this, where you allow them that entire 3-act structure in a 6-minute song just to be there, to exist, and to try and tell you who they are, even to the point of the end maybe. And that's just a beautiful approach, and I love that they do that. But I think I've yapped about this one enough, so I will let you all go here. If you want me to get to anything else from PGR, by all means drop it in the comments below. I've seen Dreaming of the Glowing Place quite often, so if you want me to get to that, say so. If you want me to get to something else, say that, and I will do my best to get to it as always. And of course, if you just like this video and you want to follow me and support me for more stuff in the future, you know how to do all that, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!